Welcome to part 9 of the narcissism analysis on Zanab Jaffrey from Love is Blind. We continue the reunion interview of the show's participants. So far we've seen that Zanab is surrounded by a coterie of her supporters who have been helping her to attack her ex-partner, Cole. The focus of the interview has just turned on Zanab for the way she spoke to Cole during the show. However, now we see two members of Zanab's coterie, Alexa and Raven, jump in to save her by turning the attention back onto Cole.
I think so many things happened off camera. He's like likable when you're watching it, and I just knowing what I know, it's I don't know, it's hard because I think Zay is such an incredible woman.
Cole, do you know what Alexa's talking about when she says that we don't know?
I'll just say it. It was the tangerine thing.
Oh yeah, I'm telling her, you seriously need all those tangerines.
He got a girl's number at the bachelor party or something, and they even talked about that. There was plenty of things.
What?
There was the body shaming that we saw on TV.
I got a girl's number at the bachelor party?
Alexa and Raven are both referencing the same bad stories about Cole. This is because Zanab has smeared Cole to them. Smearing always happens when a narcissist disengages from their partner. Alexa and Raven don't have any additional evidence of Cole's behaviours, they're simply parroting what Zanab has told them. They will honestly believe that these stories are true. To some degree, Zanab will have been pushing on an open door when she smeared Cole to them. They're her friends primarily, not Cole's, and so would be predisposed to believing her. And they will have seen a totally different side to Zanab than the one Cole saw. Most people in a narcissist's life are, for the most part, treated well. There might be the occasional temper tantrum or silent treatment, but they're not typically subjected to the sustained abuse that the narcissist's partner is. So Alexa and Raven think Zanab's great, or as Alexa puts it, an incredible woman. Now clearly, Cole came across looking better than Zanab did in the show's footage. Even Alexa admits that Cole comes across as likable when you're watching it. As we saw in part 8, and will continue to see, Zanab's response to this is to claim that Cole did several bad things that were either off camera or weren't shown in the final cut.
Cole, you told me that right before our wedding.
Wait,
We
no,
got
I
together.
didn't.
Yes, you did.
We
Yes, you
didn't
did.
even see girls. We were at a rodeo. We chased cows while y'all were getting dick slung in your face, and then we literally went and drank the night away in a saloon that was
Strip club.
rented out just for guys.
Yeah. Thanks, baby.
I saw you before the wedding, and you told me. You said, I do have something to tell you. I tried to kiss a girl at the bachelorette party.
Oh my gosh. We didn't
And I
see
was
a
like,
single
Cole,
girl.
What did she say? And you were like, no, you said I'm engaged to get married and I just want to kiss one more girl. And she was like, no, I don't. I think the phrasing was, I don't do cheating. And I said,
Literally
Cole,
never happened.
Cole,
So we have another he said, she said situation. As with any smear from a narcissist, this could be true. There could be some truth in it, but Zanab has twisted the facts to make Cole look worse, or it could be a complete fabrication. I don't want to speculate whether it's true or not. However, I do find it difficult to believe that Zanab was told about this just before the wedding, as she says, and then didn't mention it at all during the pre-wedding conversations and interviews, during the wedding when she was attacking Cole, or in the post-wedding conversations and interviews. Cole trying to kiss another girl would cause significant narcissistic wounding in Zanab, even if she already knew she didn't want to be with him. And Zanab, without fail, has reacted to wounding with ignited fury, whether it was Cole not talking to her one morning, Cole's family not wanting to meet her, or Cole saying he was attracted to Colleen. Not reacting to this story just wouldn't fit in with Zanab's typical behaviour. Of course, this doesn't mean it's not true, and Zanab might just be lying about how she heard about it. By the way, don't think that just because a narcissist tells a story with specific details in it, this makes it more likely to be true. Some narcissists will pepper stories with fantastically small details, which subsequently turn out to be complete fabrications. A great example of this is Amber Heard when she was being sued for defamation in Virginia, where her stories went into the tiniest details, such as the black mesh shirt a campsite manager was wearing, which were then demonstrated to be lies.
it's great. I'm a liar. I'm bipolar. Like, your words to me do not do anything for or to me anymore. They don't. They did back then. They did.
Cole defending himself and denying Zanab's accusation threatens her control, so she immediately starts playing the victim with a pity play, saying, "It's great, I'm a liar, I'm bipolar." She's bringing up an event from the past when Cole asked if she was bipolar, in order to make him look more unreasonable and make her look more like a victim. It's not really relevant to the conversation, it's just sort of throwing the kitchen sink of past events at Cole. It's a very common manipulation from narcissists. Things you've said in the past will continue to be brought up and held over your head in order to control you forever. No matter how many times you apologize or think you've resolved something, as soon as the narcissist needs it as a way to control you, the past is brought up again. Then Zanab goes on a little speech about how Cole's words don't do anything to her anymore, but they did back then. It's another pity play and essentially an accusation, framing Cole as an abuser who put her down with words so many times that she's become immune to it. So she's trying to dismiss his denial by getting personal and attacking him.
Say, I'm not the one trying to hurt you right now. You're making up a story. There wasn't even girls at the saloon
No,
we
but
were
you guys
at.
all hung out after the cameras were done. Y'all went out somewhere, and
No,
I don't
we
know the details,
didn't.
but y'all did do something after the cameras were off.
Yeah.
Another member of Zanab's coterie jumps in to take her side, despite not having been there or having any additional evidence. Again, she wholeheartedly believes Zanab's story.
Y'all did something.
Where did we
don't
go,
know.
Brennan?
I don't know, man. I was blasted, bro. I had like 20 shots and then like 20 beers. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and
Where
we
they
didn't
going?
go anywhere because of that. We got Ubered home, dude.
Being a member of Zanab's coterie, Brennan doesn't want to back up Cole's story, and says he was too drunk to know what was going on. But clearly he didn't see anything or he would have said so. So to some degree this backs up Cole's version of events.
Y'all know y'all went
I
somewhere.
know that,
Y'all
I mean,
always
after,
go
during
Another coterie member weighs in to take Zanab's side, again despite not having been there or having any additional information.
during the bachelor party, I mean, there were no girls anywhere on it. And then I jumped in an Uber after the bar, so I don't, that's news to me. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong.
So now we have two people who were there, essentially backing up Cole's version of events. Of course, there's definitely the chance that they did go out somewhere after the bachelor party, and Bartice and SK certainly remained quiet during the conversation. We simply can't know either way without further evidence.
It's news to me. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. I'm just saying
And I'm not saying
I have
anyone
no
else here
idea.
told me. So that's like not third-party information. That is direct from Cole's mouth, telling me that he tried to kiss a girl and got her number at his bachelor party.
Matt's evidence backing up Cole's version of events threatens Zanab's control, so she essentially just dismisses it. Matt says, "I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong," and Zanab jumps in, interrupting him mid-sentence, boundary transgression, and says, "And I'm not saying anyone else here told me, so that's not like third-party information." She's not even trying to explain why his evidence could be conflicting with her version, it's just a straight dismissal. No other evidence is to be given any weight but hers. Haughtiness and dismissiveness.
Cole, do you really not remember this, or is she making this up?
I really don't.
Cole, please be honest,
It's not even that I
because
don't
you
remember
literally-
it, Vanessa. This is literally impossible. I don't know what to say, Zay.
The truth. You can start with that.
Why do you hate me, Nancy? What did
Because
I do?
Zanab is my girl, and everything that I know happens behind closed doors. Like,
that you
it's
don't
not
know
shown
that
on
happened.
there.
It's pointless trying to convince members of the narcissist's coterie to take your side. Nancy absolutely believes Zanab and thinks she's defending a victim.
That is your
intend to do
saving grace,
anything
Cole,
wrong to
is that they
Zanab.
did not use it.
Is
because
what?
so much of that stuff, the pushing food away from me, asking if I'm gonna eat that, trying to get me to order a salad, the daily comments about my face and my body were not used. And that's great because it really did protect you. And you are now denying it and now calling me a liar in front of all these people.
Zanab is accusing Cole of serious abuse here. Notice that she's not saying he did this when the cameras were off. She's implying that it was caught on camera, but the producers chose not to use it in the final cut. Quote, "That is your saving grace, Cole, is that they did not use it." Quote, "So much of that stuff, the pushing food away from me, asking if I'm gonna eat it, trying to get me to order a salad, the daily comments about my face and body were not used." If what Zanab's claiming is true, it would mean that the producers had footage of Cole controlling and abusing her on a daily basis, but decided not to use any of it in the final cut. That would be scandalous. It's very difficult to believe for a number of reasons. Why would they choose to give a free ride to somebody who was carrying out such terrible abuse and instead try to make the victim look bad? Why would they risk their professional reputation and moral integrity to do this? And why, given that the show's appeal is centered around drama, would they choose not to air what would be some of the most dramatic footage imaginable? It might seem fantastical, but this is genuinely what Zanab believes has happened. Her total belief that she's a victim and has been screwed over is what allows her to speak with such utter conviction and righteous indignation. Unaware narcissists like Zanab are outstanding at asserting control in the moment because of their ability to instinctively manipulate in various ways, such as lying, deflecting, accusing, and so on. But they're not good in situations where evidence comes into play, because eventually they get caught out on their lies. This is the point in the interview where Zanab starts to sow the seeds of her own demise. She has strayed away from accusing Cole of vague things like shattering her self-confidence, and is now bringing up specific allegations that can be proved or disproved with evidence. And she's given the production team quite an incentive to air this footage.
I mean, that's typically what it is when you make up stories, Zay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Great comeback.
I don't...
You first.
A coterie member interjects to mock Cole.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the receipts aren't there.
Okay, Zay, then why did you stay with me so damn long?
Because you would give me these glimpses, like the sailboat, like our dancing, like the learning
So
curve I saw
they only
us come
showed
around.
like our great moments then, and then everything else I was just treating you like horrible?
No, because
not what she
we would,
said.
I'm telling you that we would have these moments. There was something every day that I was like, there he is. There's a part of me that's like, man, if I got that Cole, I might have said I do.
So Zanab's painting a picture that Cole was a controlling abuser a lot of the time, but gave glimpses of being a nice person every day. Of course, real abuse typically does follow this pattern of abusive behaviour, punctuated by glimpses of nice behaviour. It's caused by the black and white thinking of a narcissist, where they switch between devaluing and idealising their partner. If you've been watching this series from the start, you'll probably recognise that this is exactly the dynamic Zanab herself displays, where she keeps switching between treating Cole badly and treating him well. It's why Cole mistakenly thought Zanab had bipolar disorder. So Zanab is actually accusing Cole of the very thing she herself was doing. This is known as projection. Now watch this next clip carefully to see if you can spot a glitch in Zanab's narcissism.
When did you know, Zay,
When did I know what?
that you're gonna say no?
I didn't know. Like still wedding day morning, I still wanted to fight for it. I did. I did. That's why I cried all wedding morning. It's why I cried after. I mean, I was so concerned about you because I still cared so much. I did.
Did you spot the glitch? Here it is again.
I was so concerned about you because I still cared so much.
Bartiz challenged Zanab, insinuating that she knew she was going to say no at the wedding in advance, and Zanab responds to this challenge to her control in a typical way for a narcissist. She denies it, along with a pity play and a revision of history. She was so torn about what to do, she was crying before and after the wedding because she was so concerned. So far so good. But then her face goes completely blank for a good couple of seconds with no expression on it. Mouth open, staring up into the distance, not even blinking, all her emotions gone. It's like the lights are on but no one's home. Then she blinks and suddenly she's back, talking quickly as if it never happened. But now she's completely changed tact. She was previously talking about how she was crying because she didn't know what to do and was so concerned. Now she adds, "About you because I still cared so much." It completely changes the meaning of the sentence in a very jarring way, and it no longer really makes sense in the context of what she was talking about. So there's this long, blank pause, then a strange, incompatible bolt-on to the end of the sentence. It's as if Zanab glitched. What happened? These glitches happen to certain types of narcissists from time to time. Because they don't feel the same set of emotions as other people, narcissists often have to fake the appropriate emotion in order to fit in. For an unaware narcissist, this isn't done consciously. They genuinely believe they feel the emotion. Their underlying narcissism tells them the emotion to display, and the narcissist runs with it. But sometimes the narcissism messes up. There's a gap while searching for the correct emotion to display, and the narcissist sits there with a completely blank look on their face in the meantime. Then it finds the correct emotion, and the narcissist springs into life again. Sometimes the narcissism can actually get the wrong emotion, and a narcissist can show a completely inappropriate reaction, such as laughing when they should be showing concern. In this case, Zanab's narcissism realizes, belatedly, that the appropriate reaction in this situation would be to show empathy for your partner. It's like the cogs are turning behind the scenes while Zanab's showing a blank face. As soon as she receives the instruction to show empathy, she jumps seamlessly in this new direction, talking quickly as if nothing happened. In the blink of an eye, she revises history again. The new reality is that she was crying because she felt so bad for Cole. That's how quickly and easily a narcissist lies. Of course, it's completely obvious from watching the wedding day footage that this is not true. Zanab shows absolutely no genuine concern for Cole. It was all about her.
I hate that today wasn't my day, but today couldn't be my day.
A narcissist's glitch is one of the most fascinating and terrifying aspects of narcissism. If you're interested in learning more, I recommend watching H.G. Tudor's videos, The Imitation Game and The 404 Narcissist. Thank you for listening. This wraps up part 9 of the analysis. Please subscribe for future parts, including part 10, where Zanab's lies finally catch up to her.